Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Business Breakthrough Google Hangout here. It's Glenn Dietzel here, and I'm really looking forward to our training time together here. If you're new to our Business Breakthrough Google Hangouts, make sure that you've got pen, paper ready, and you're going to want to take a lot of notes on our Google Hangouts. The advice that I provide on our Business Breakthrough Google Hangouts is a compilation of a lot of research in the market. We've spent over 11,000 hours. The royal we, myself, my company, and we're in over 120 industries. So the specific advice I'm going to share with you today is going to allow you to position yourself as a trusted authority with the kind of credibility that is going to allow you to stand out in your marketplace. I'm going to be sharing with you several of my systems and tools that I use to build accelerated relationships. And as you probably are aware of, in the advisory age, the age in which we live, it's all about today about knowing how to build trust, likability, knowability faster and quicker than what your competitors are doing. So today we're going to be talking about building fast trust, or trust in the speed to market trust, and I look forward to sharing that with you. As we get underway here, I'm going to share with you, let me just grab this here for you, and I want to start off today by showing you two of our Canadian lake home sunsets. We have what the National Geographic has mentioned several times, one of the 3 best locations for sunsets. So this is a little bit of kayaking that we like to do, and some of my clients like to do when they come into the Canadian lake home. Certainly my boys, myself, my wife and I love to go far offshore on our kayaks and enjoy the setting sun. And here's a picture of a sunset from last week. So we like to spend time. I like to spend time on our Google Hangouts showcasing to you some of the beautiful sunsets from the Canadian lake home. And in fact, today I'm sharing with you directly and teaching from our international office. And so as we get underway now, I'd like you to ensure a few things here. I'm going to share with you a couple of systems and break them down in terms of how to build faster, newer and faster conversations in the marketplace. Newer and faster conversations. And if you take a look at it and really analyze what business is all about today, especially in the advisory age or the recommendation age which we live, it's all around how do you accelerate in becoming a trusted authority and a trusted advisor, more specifically, because this is the advisory age. And so many experts and gurus today are teaching systems or they're teaching how to share your information, and in a way that really doesn't leverage the advisory age. And by the way, information, your marketplace doesn't want information. They want very specific advice, and so we're going to talk about that today. So first thing I want you to note here is you need a central organizing principle. A central organizing principle. If you want to build faster trust in today's marketplace, you need a central organizing principle or a central organizing framework from which to work from. And everything that I teach and I recommend and I'm going to show you today is all leveraging momentum. All right? And so you want to write that down. You've got to have momentum in today's marketplace. And as I've been sharing on our Sea of Sameness videos, and will be over the next few weeks, we've got a mini-series on breaking down the 10-step consultative process. I'll show you one, just a small clip here in just a second. But I want to show you the importance of making sure, just like we cover in the consultative process, the 10 steps, the very first step is knowing how to present a novel idea. So if you're going to present something novel, is more important than telling people. And when we talk about our 30-second pitch iteration formula, so how do you build out your own 30-second pitch process? We cover that in the Sea of Sameness mini-series, Sea of Sameness videos, and there in that mini-series, I'm teaching you how to rise out of the sea of sameness. But I don't want to be wet right now on our Google Hangouts, so we're not shooting our Google Hangouts from the beach of the Canadian Lake home. So a central organizing principle that leverages momentum and also absolutely central to creating attention for what it is that you do, you need to be different. You've got to be different, all right? So you've got to build attention. You've got to be different. And let me just show you here, some of what we do to be different in today's marketplace. First thing that we do is we leverage a really powerful infographic that creates momentum and that showcases our differentiation, okay? So if you see this here, this is massive momentum demonstrated really quickly. And this is, again, you want to be able to convey what it is that you do from the standpoint of momentum and also being different. So part of our Omega Mind program is our Mastermind Monetizer systems and our coaching and co-branding systems, okay? So you want to be able to leverage momentum and being different, and that's absolutely crucial. So along with our one-day infographic that we have, and I want to show you what we do from a B2C and B2B marketplace and give you a chance literally to see how I've run my business around a concept that we've covered in previous Google Hangouts, ROIT, return on invested time. Most coaches, most consultants, most trainers have no idea how to build an ROIT business. Now, I'm not that smart. If you ask my wife, she'll tell you. And if you've come into the Canadian Lake home, if you're one of our clients, or you've come to one of our one-day business acceleration intensive, you will have met my wife, and she will tell you right up front, I'm not that smart. What we do have, though, just as an FYI, is very intelligent, a better intelligent, or a really intelligent business model, and really slick and cool business acceleration systems and accelerated teaching and learning processes where we teach our clients how to close deals really, really quickly. So I want to take you on a journey, if you will. I want to show you how I run my company, how I position what I do to help you generate a lot more momentum and help you be different and stand out in your marketplace. Today it's so, marketplace is so overcrowded, in scientific terms, in lab terms, it's super saturated. All right, we are just oozing with so much stuff going online. That's the power of our one-day business acceleration intensives, and giving you an opportunity here right now to take a look at how I run my company. So let me share with you, I want to share with you just a little bit here. I'm going to show you a quick video clip. If you haven't seen it, you can go to our blog, but I want to just bring out a couple of points here. So I'm going to be gone for about a minute. You'll watch about the first 45 seconds or so, and then I want to come back to you here and make a few notes before we move on, okay? So you're going to want to follow this, and let me just start this here for you. And I'm still here with you, and let's see here. Okay, let me just hit start here, and we'll just watch this here for a few seconds, okay? So just watch carefully. Hi, Glenn Dietzel here, live from the Canadian Lake home, just arising out of the sea of sameness to ask you this question right now. What does your consultative process look like? And how have you adapted it to the new realities of the advisory age? I remember 10 years ago spending 2 hours on a phone call with somebody, and at the end of the time it was just a waste of my time talking to somebody who wasn't qualified for our programs. Just last week I got an email from somebody who spent 8 hours on the phone with somebody only to have that person say no. I'm seeing so many well-meaning and great entrepreneurs, coaches, consultants, and trainers today having problems with their sales cycle. All right, so what I wanted to show you that for was for a few reasons. Number one, conveying momentum. All right, there's momentum with the video that I shot, and I did it in a very novel very novel way, right? Secondly, I anchor something, and it's a powerful marketing feedback piece of data that we've covered in the past, how to build your competitive intelligence so quickly in today's marketplace without having to use business plans or any of the traditional ways or means of building or starting a company. But the Sea of Sameness videos, the metaphor there is all about rising out of the sea of sameness. So you saw me come out of the sea of sameness, and we all need to do that in business, right? And then start by presenting a problem. And so we covered this in our first 3 steps of our consultative process on the Sea of Sameness, the last Sea of Sameness video that I did, and showcase to you the importance of building data. And in that video, I start talking about the big change that's going in the market, and I already alluded to it, right? We live in the advisory age, the problems that are going on in the marketplace. I alluded to the fact that I spent once 2 hours on a call with somebody that wasn't qualified to even start speaking with me, a waste of my time. I've got people that are in our programs that in the programs that they were investing in before, they were wasting 6, 7, 8 hours through convoluted business funnels, etc., trying to get and push somebody into their highest end program or service. And those systems simply don't work in the advisory age. So there's got to be a different way, or a more powerful way, right? So I want to just make the first comment that what can you do that's different, that conveys momentum? You don't have to be Glenn Dietzel. You can be you and free to be you. And it's tied to part of who you are, what you do, what you love to do. I love the water. One of our residences is the Canadian Lake Home. I've got all those assets right there. Why not leverage them? And that got me thinking a couple of years ago, why not start bringing people in for one-day intensives, one-on-one with me, or in a vetting process where we bring them into by groups into our one-day business acceleration intensive. So that started a whole chain, a reaction of how we've grown our company very, very fast, and really leveraging the new realities of how people make decisions today. So along with that, let me just, I want to show you this right here. So before we talk to anybody then, just to pick up on that, if people are interested in our coaching, consulting, and our high-end training programs, they all go through a qualification process right here, and they have to be vetted through an application process that we put potential candidates through, so that I'm not wasting my time, because in all of our high-end programs and services, I'm doing the vetting and directly, so people get an opportunity to meet me, etc. And I'm going to show you how that happens in just a few moments. Okay, so the goal is to protect your time. The goal is, in the business model that I've created, is to spend time, a little bit of time that I've allocated, instead of spending hundreds and hundreds of hours each month, like most entrepreneurs. I spend a couple of hours. I've got a ton of free time, and that gives me free time to spend time teaching you and running our one-day intensives and being with my family and having an opportunity to travel with my family. So in order to be a lot more profitable with your company, you've got to be able to, in the advisory age, you've got to, first of all, leverage a more strategic business funnel. So before we move to the next step here, I want you to write this down. Nobody should ever talk to you unless they know who you are and what you do. Who you are and what you do. So write that down. It's absolutely crucial before you talk with anybody that they know who you are and what you do. All right, now I want to take you through an iteration process, and that's going to help you with that, thinking who you are, what you do, and that'll come here just shortly. But before that, I want to share with you 3 tools that we use to build faster trust, speed up conversations. You'll probably know these tools. Maybe you've heard of them, maybe one of them, maybe 2 of them, maybe even 3. And I'm going to give you three tools that we use and that I use extensively to be the trusted advisor in my area, in the area of business acceleration, mentorship. So the first is a tool that all of you should have, and that's Skype and Skype video. All right. If I'm going to spend time with somebody, I want to be on a Skype video call with them. All right, so that we can dialogue in a lot more meaningful way, kind of like what we're talking right now. And if I want, I can tape the call as well. All right, so I have it for my own records, and gives me a chance, and I recommend that you do that too, that you tape your calls, or some of them, for your own internal audits and your own internal audit on your presentation and how you speak and all of that kind of stuff. All right, spent a lot of time doing that when I did my first master's degree in theology, and I did a side a dual major in my master's around counseling. So I spent a lot of time in front of video, and I feel very comfortable in front of that. And if you don't feel comfortable in front of video, then anytime you're speaking, or especially starting the day, and I recommend this to all my clients, is they constantly iterate. And iteration simply means developing from a core idea and refining it and refining it and refining your messaging in business until you have crafted a very powerful message and you can speak about it very, very confidently. The second piece of a tool that we use for connecting with people, I really like this, Zoom. And I love Zoom because it is low broadband width software. So Zoom is really powerful because it allows you to do, just like I did at our last one-day business acceleration intensive, I interviewed several of our Omega Mind clients to the people in the one-day intensive just to show them the power of Zoom, and they could meet some of our Omega Mind clients virtually. So I like it because it's made for countries that don't have great internet speed. Secondly, because I was running a one-day intensive, I didn't want to have a hardwire feed into the area where we do our training intensives at the Canadian Lake Home. So I just wanted to use wireless. Zoom is really, really powerful for that. Thirdly, you can record it, your training or your call so quickly. And the last reason why, I mean super quickly, and the other reason I really like Zoom is the fact that you can generate an MP4 file, an MPEG-4 file so quickly, and have that immediately. So Zoom is a really, really powerful tool. The final tool, which all of you can appreciate, are Google Hangouts. And many times I'll do Google Hangouts and set them up through YouTube. So if you don't know this, this is really powerful. You go to my YouTube channel, so your own YouTube channel, and you can set up an unlisted Google Hangout where you can record it and you can tape that. So I do that for our lifestyle entrepreneur magazines, like when I was interviewing Chris Gibson right here. Below me here, the picture on our June issue or July issue. And you can, so I do a lot of my interviews like that. They're private Google Hangouts, but I'm not using the private setting, and I'm certainly not using the public setting. I'm using the unlisted setting, and the unlisted setting allows me to get a recording from that. So those are three powerful tools that we use, and I have all those tools at my disposal because I want to talk to you right now about how we generate highly strategic conversations in the marketplace. Okay, so as I started off today on this Business Breakthrough Google Hangout, I stressed to you the importance of having an organizing principle. An organizing principle for positioning, okay, for organizing your thinking, for organizing your advice, etc. So I want to show you one of our organizing principles here. And this organizing principle looks like this. And that is, if you haven't seen it yet, that's our Lifestyle Entrepreneur magazine, and that's on iTunes. And this week it'll be available for the Google market as well. So I build leverage through our magazine. Now, in a moment here, I'm going to share with you some different ways, high impact OPs, high impact organizing principles, from which or for which are to help you position yourself as the trusted advisor in your marketplace and rise above all those that have books and they're maybe have 30-40 years of experience on you or whatever. It's very easy if you follow what I'm telling you to do. Well, it's difficult because it's going to require you to get out of your comfort zone. So if you're willing to get out of your comfort zone and take focused outcome-driven action and be willing to challenge your assumptions about success, and very few people are today, truly being willing to do that, then you can have all the success that you've ever dreamed of. And I'm here to tell you that I love the advisory age because most coaches, consultants, and trainers struggle in this market, and my company's thriving. Why? Because it's the day and age to educate your marketplace. So I'm going to show you how we educate our strategic alliance partners, and it's pretty cool. So before I do that, though, I want to take you through, before I speak to anybody. So if somebody's interested in our high-end coaching, consulting, training programs, in which we have queues for right now, but people get an opportunity to get into the queue, and when we have a couple of openings or an opening, we'll start at the top of our queue and shortlist people for that. And even if people have money and $70,000 to come into our inner circle or $35,000 to come in our Omega Mind program, we don't take them because we don't know anything about them. So, and you should neither. You should make sure that the potential candidates for your programs are indeed a right fit for your company. So let me go here, and I'm going to, I want to share with you three links or three videos here. So the first one is this video. Let me just call this up here for you. And this is before I meet any of the mentors in Lifestyle Entrepreneur Magazine. So I want to show you how we build strategic alliances and leverage conversations in the marketplace. And oh, by the way, what I want you to see before I show you this is our rule. Remember, you never get on the phone, you never get in front of any potential candidate or any strategic alliance partner or anything until they know two things about you: who you are and what you do. Who you are and what you do. And if you violate any of those two laws or those two rules, you are going to end up wasting a ton of time. So if you are going to follow what I'm sharing with you now to do, you want to make sure that you're highly strategic in how you in what it is that you share with those potential people, strategic partners or clients. So with strategic partners, here's a quick video I want you to listen here. It runs just under a minute, about a minute actually, minute 20 actually. But I want you to listen to this here just for a second, okay? So these are potential candidates to be mentors in Lifestyle Entrepreneur Magazine. So this is a quick video welcome to them, and let me just play this here for you. So listen carefully.
Hi, it's Glenn Dietzel here, Editor-in-Chief of Lifestyle Entrepreneur Magazine, and coming to you live from our international office. And I'd like to introduce myself directly to you. First of all, congratulations on being vetted to be a mentor of Lifestyle Entrepreneur Magazine. As you could probably imagine, there are hundreds and hundreds of entrepreneurs today that would love to have their content featured in the magazine. So again, congratulations. The new realities of the advisory age are going to allow you to really leverage your content being featured in Lifestyle Entrepreneur Magazine, as you will see. In order for us to start the connection process right now so you and I can connect directly, all you need to do is on this page, just enter your mobile number. Make sure you do it properly so you and I can connect directly, and that will initiate the process. As you're also going to find out, you're going to be a part of a whole new breed of mentors today that have amazing lifestyle businesses or are fast accelerating towards one. I look forward to directly connecting with you.
Okay, so that's the first step in the vetting process with strategic partners. I want to make a direct connection with those potential candidates, mentors of Lifestyle Entrepreneur Magazine. And in the second year, if you don't have a magazine, a digital magazine, you're not on iTunes and Google and the Google market, don't worry. I'm going to give you some ideas of what you can do to create your own organizing principles and create a whole new standard in your marketplace, because that's the goal, right? To rise above all the noise or get out of the sea of sameness, you've got to up the standard of what your marketplace. So one of our rules in education-based selling is always help your target market or your potential clients get smarter. Okay, so there, I want you to see that there's an opportunity for the mentor in Lifestyle Entrepreneur Magazine to enter their contact information, so that the two of us can connect directly, and I'll share my contact information. Now, the nice thing about all of these is this whole system runs automatically. All right, so I get to demonstrate high touch, and at the whole way through, you know, we're dropping people, we're eliminating them, just like we would if we were vetting people for our high-end coaching, consulting, and high-end training programs like Omega Mind and My Inner Circle. We simply don't take everybody. In fact, most people don't qualify. And most people, just like in the Marines or just like in the Navy SEALs, end up dropping out of the process. Why? Because at the end of the day, I want people that are truly entrepreneurial and truly ready to get out of their comfort zone and truly ready to play big. And so many people just want to play small. You know, they want to write a book, or they want to put a free report together, or spend a lot of money hiring copywriters to, you know, sell some low-end program or service, and that's simply not going to bring people or bring you traction in the marketplace today, right? And I think you get that. So let me go here to the next. Let me share with you another page, and so this is okay. So before they get on a training or a call with me, they are now going to make sure, again, you remember our rule, they got to know who we are, who I am, and what I do. So listen, there's a playlist here, and they get an opportunity to take a look at some of the clients that we've impacted. So I'll just play one of these. It's only about 20 seconds here, so just watch.
Hi, Caitlin Kogan-Dumner here. You might have heard me a few months ago when I was just getting started with Glenn, and he asked me to share a quick update. I've been having some incredible momentum. Within 2 months, I had 4 clients into my $5,000 program, more people interested in my $10,000 programs. I'm working with clients internationally. Other coaches are coming to me and want a joint venture with me. It's just been phenomenal, and I owe it all to Glenn.
Okay, so you can see there we've got a playlist.
Just in the last 35, 40 days now, I believe it is, I've been able to walk a group of less than 12 clients through this process and create over $21 million in transactions for them. So this is a diverse group of companies and different industries. So this isn't a matter of fact of will this work for you today. What it's a matter of fact is will you put this information to work. So your next steps are to make sure that you follow Glenn's directions as specifically as possible, because the clearer and more concise you get about your next steps, and the more you're able to listen to what Glenn has to say right now and then follow those steps, the quicker you'll succeed.
Hi.
All right, so what I wanted you to see there is a few strong recommendations from clients who have, and we've got thousands of them, thousands of case studies, but just a few, so that before people are coming on to a call with me, they're finding out more what we do, our track record in the area of high-end coaching, training, consulting. I absolutely am excited and honored by the leverage that we have in this marketplace. And I want to tell you that, you know, this is a recommendation age, so you need other people recommending or referring you. So that should be part of your process before you get on any kind of training or any kind of call with anybody, so they know who you are and what you do. Okay, and the third video here, or the third page I want to show you here is, let me just go here, and I'm going to go here now and show you. This is another one of our pages. People that have been to entrepreneurs, coaches, consultants, trainers, authors, speakers. Hundreds and hundreds of them have come into the Canadian Lake Home. And so we have this, some of the hundreds of top flight entrepreneurs who have attended the one-day business acceleration intensive with Glenn. So just take a look at this here. I'll just play this here. I'll just show you the power of what I'm showing you right now, and then I want to make a couple of observations. So listen to Mohammed Sadiq.
Hi, this is Mohammed Sadiq from JV Genius. I had the pleasure of working with Glenn for maybe 6, 7, 8 years as a joint venture partner. And he always has been inviting me, come for one day and one day and one day. I always keep postponing, like everybody else. Oh, yeah, I will someday I come, and finally here the day comes. I spend a day and I'm looking at myself. What the hell, I had not come years ago when Glenn offered me first time. It would have been honored and blessed. I learned many, many things. Let me mention. Number one, I can co-brand my company. Number two, I can structure some royalties so I don't have to work forever for myself. When my stream of income will multiply. And number three, I can run the mastermind maximizer for that one. And a few other things he showed, all behind the scene, how he runs his company. That's a priceless. Nobody will show you in this world right now how they run their company, how they're authentic. So if you have been approached by Glenn or Glenn's team, let me tell you, stop everything what you're doing. What you need to do is answer email or call back right away, because by the time, if you're taking more time to return his call, the opportunity will be filled and you will be missing and thinking about me just like I wasted 2 years back. So I had a pleasure to work with him and continue to work with him. He has a very high integrity and the most desirable person to work with. Thank you.
Hey, I'm Chris Curry, and I claim
Okay.
to use Glenn
Let's
one day intensive. It was worth my time.
Okay, so there's also a page, and part of scheduling into my calendar, and that happens all through Schedule Once and tied into our Google Calendar and a couple of other really cool things that we've done. But the important thing that I want you to see is that we're educating mentors in Lifestyle Entrepreneur Magazine to know what it is, who I am and what I do. Who I am and what I do. And it's all around specific recommendations that others are making about me. All right? So I wanted you to see that. So the question that you might ask yourself right now is, Glenn, how do I leverage this? And how can I get high-end conversations going in my marketplace? So if you don't have a digital magazine like we do, there's other ways that you could do this in the market. So the question then is creating high-impact OP for your marketplace, okay? High-impact and operating principle for your marketplace. So what can you do? Well, you could create a white paper, depending on your industry. You could create a white paper, and you could start conversations like we do around research that you're doing or mentors that you need. We need mentors for our magazine. You might need 2 or 3 or 4 and shortlist those, or vet 4 or 5 candidates for research in developing the white paper that your company is in an area that they would all, potential candidates for this would all get excited about, and ensure that they've been vetted across a number of criteria and amongst how many peers in their market, just to feed and their status and their desire to work with you. Secondly, so you could also create an assessment instrument and leverage this through connecting strategically at a very high level with other potential strategic partners. Next, you could create a new metric for your industries, highly strategic, and that would allow you to create a new way of measuring you are something in your industry. So if you create a new metric in your industry, you obviously are showing leadership, right? And showcasing that you are a thought leader. Next, this is highly strategic. Having your own certification program. Okay, it's a great way of reaching out to strategic partners to involve them in a high level with you. And so as we involve people in our magazine, some of those candidates, those mentors for our magazine, become our clients. So we start with a conversation, high value, around momentum, being different, like we've covered, and it allows us to raise the level of conversation and have a really honest conversation. And that's the power of vetting people properly, is that you have real conversations, not fluff, not chit-chat, nothing that's not focused on business. The final example here, and we've got tons of them that we teach our clients, is creating a new tool, all right, or some kind of measuring instrument to, again, position what you do differently on the marketplace. So one of the tools that we've created, so if I'm working with potential strategic partners, and they've come to us because of Lifestyle Entrepreneur Magazine and to be a mentor in the marketplace. Whoops, sorry, I meant to go to another screen here. One of the things that we always do is give a direct download to our Google Hangouts. So how to optimize your Google Hangouts and the 7 key elements required to attract and close high-end clients using Google Hangouts. So we give them direct access to that. I give that to my strategic alliance partners. Why? Because, again, you want to be a person of value. That's one of our organizing principles, is to be at a higher level of value than any of our competitors, which means that we need to know the trends. We need to be at the forefront of what's going on in the market. And there's no better way, instead of telling people what makes you different, show them. Elicit the senses. Help them see it and feel it. Now, for you, if you are interested in that Google Hangout, the long URL, because it's on our S3 server, our Amazon S3 server, it's too long to give it here to you. So if you're interested in that report, you just have to text the word Vegas, V-E-G-A-S, Vegas to 248-469-4376. Text the word Vegas, V-E-G-A-S, to 248-469-4376. And that will give you and me the opportunity to exchange contact information and allow you to get and I'll send you personally through a link for the Google Hangout, all right, report that I just showed you. Another way that we're, so when we're having these high-level conversations, I am a person of value to that person immediately. So as we're, I've got a number of different tools and advice that I can give people, and here's another one. I'll give you a couple more here. We will give, if it makes sense, give somebody access to a $5,000 program that I gave to attendees at Underground 9 in Washington a year ago. So there's another program that I could have available. And another something else that's available that I use sometimes is some of our material that Chamber of Commerce clients that have proven they've done $1 million in sales have access to when they attend one of my intensives. So that's a powerful way, special gateway pages, so nobody would know that unless you give it out. And those are some of the tools that we give to clients or candidates as mentors of Lifestyle Entrepreneur Magazine. Finally, what I like to do right now is to help you and show you the power of and reinforce one of the videos, one of our See a Sameness videos that's coming out on our blog in a week, in a couple of weeks, and it's our 30-second pitch formula process. Because if you're going to have these really high-level conversations, you want to have them. Be a trusted advisor and giveaway advice that is highly desirable to potential candidates of your program. So though you're starting with a strategic alliance partner conversation, you have no idea if they could become a client of yours. All right, and I don't worry about that. I let the system do the worrying for me and do the work. All I do is just focus on being an unbelievable resource, and it's amazing how many amazing clients that want our programs and services, and to a point where we've got a huge queue today, and it's all because I've just always focused on being a person of value. So let's I want to take you right now quickly through the 30-second pitch iteration formula. I'm going to have more to say about this in a couple of weeks on our blog post, and it will be a short CSA in this video, but I want to just bring out this for you right now. So let me move forward here, and I'm going to finish off today by showing you this. This is our new Guru model, latest iteration of what our company does. And within all of this right here is all the basic framework and all of my advice that I give. Everything is constrained by this iteration here. Okay, so first of all, I want you to just take a look at the first line. I teach, that is, Glenn teaches entrepreneurs to command maximum fees and royalties for high-priced programs. Okay, now one of the things that I want you to understand is that there's two important types of branding. Okay, and we're going to come back and forth here. Two important types of branding. There's your personal brand, and there's your company brand. And your market differentiation should come from those two types of brands, personal brand and business brand. So you want to create your USPs, or your market differentiation, for your programs from your branding. Okay, that's absolutely crucial. So again, if you want to have these high-end conversations and relationships and develop them faster and quicker than your competitors, and understand the power of the advisory age and be positioned as a trusted advisor, you've got to be very clear about your personal brand, your company brand, and your USPs and how they are built from your personal brand. So if we go back here just for a sec, here's part of our branding, commanding maximum fees and royalties for high-priced programs, and part of our USP then is tied to flipping the business funnel and positioning a higher priced program or service for $10,000 to $50,000, or actually even higher. Okay, so that is, again, it's crucial that you iterate. Why? Because remember, you never, ever, ever speak to anybody unless they know two things. They know who you are and what you do. Who you are and what you do. Okay, so that's got to come out in the first two lines when you're iterating and creating your own 30-second pitch formula, which is actually one of the steps in our consultative process. And again, just a quick heads up that you're definitely going to want to check out the video that we just did this past weekend on our blog if you missed it, and the upcoming videos that we have on our 10-step consultative process. So if we go back here now, let me just share with you one more thing. What you want to do after you develop your personal branding and your USPs, you want to pull out your three of your USPs around three archetypes of clients. So position your USPs, that is your market differentiation, around three archetypes. Okay, three archetypes mean the three types of clients that you work with. What are the paradigms? So that you're helping people, you're not just telling people what you do, but you're helping incorporate the senses, getting them to feel, touch, taste, smell. The more that you can incorporate the senses, the more that people, your potential candidates or strategic partners, alliance partners, are going to really understand what makes you different. Okay, so if we go back here, let me just show you the three archetypes of clients that we work with, and here they are. The first type of client that we work with is they're looking at becoming experts without having to write a book. Okay. Secondly, are they experts, but rather than charging $200 or $300 an hour or $15 for their book, they want to create a high-end program. And the third type of client that we have, that we attract, is they don't want to become an expert, but they want to run their own high-end mastermind groups. Okay, so those are the kind of the three iterations, sorry, the three paradigms of clients that we work with, and it's all part of and developing our own iteration of our 30-second pitch formula, so that you know how to give your elevator pitch or speech, if you will, that positions you in the highest light. You can do it within 30 seconds. So the three rules, and this is going to help you in developing strategic alliance conversations, potential, and help you vet more carefully and much more strategically potential candidates for your own programs and services. Three things then that you need to realize from creating your own 30-second elevator pitch is iterate. So you want to iterate. You want to, use pen, paper. Writing is the doing part of thinking. And you want to start with your brand, personal and company brand. Secondly, build your USPs from your personal and company brand. And thirdly, you want to build the three scenarios or the three paradigms or the three archetypes of clients that you work with, so that people can visualize this, okay? This is all more reason you need to understand and you want to leverage the recommendation age, because people remember visually and spatially. So everything I've done and showed you today on our Business Breakthrough Google Hangout, which has gone longer than normal, is to show you the power of helping you create a visual spatial representation of what you do. So today we spent time going through some fundamental principles around being the trusted advisor, so you can leverage a whole new level of authority and credibility. We talked about the importance of building momentum, the importance of being different. I gave you an example of our Sea of Sameness video, and I shot that, or I ran that just for about a minute, so you could take a look at that. Secondly, I showed you some of the specific tools that we use in engaging our potential candidates, strategic partners. I showed you one of our processes for potential clients being vetted in our high-end programs and services. With strategic partners, I showed you some of the tools. I took you through some of our pages so that we never, ever, ever violate a fundamental rule in connecting faster and quicker and developing newer and faster conversations. And that's this. Always make sure that people know who you are and what you do. All right? Now, finally, if you are interested, and we don't work with interested people, by the way, but if you're more than interested and you are absolutely committed to making the end of 2014 your year, you're going to want to check out as fast as possible our next one-day business acceleration intensive at the Canadian Lake Home. I'll tell you right now, each of them, the next several are all booked out, and but we always leave a couple of positions available. Why? Because we run Google Hangouts, we do other things, and we're engaging. And if you would like to be considered for a position where you and I connect directly at the Canadian Lake Home, you meet my wife and my kids. I like the model. Why? Because I get to allow my kids to be a fly on the wall instead of me teaching them all the time about business. I like to show them. And you want to be able to show your own potential clients too, right? And show your own clients how to run your business a lot faster. As Sadiq said today, Mohammed Sadiq, and I played him through one of our vetting process pages and helping strategic partners get to know who I am, what do we do. But he mentioned the fact that there's no gurus and experts today, and this is a guy that is a huge expert in the industry. There's nobody doing this today, showing people how we run our company and how we've built such massive market traction and how our clients do the same. So if you would like to get on our early notification list, all you need to do is go to newgurumodel.com/one-day, newgurumodel.com/one-day, ONEDAY, and on there are some very specific directions. You'll definitely want to get on our early notification list, and who knows, maybe our paths will cross at the Canadian Lake Home, and we'll both have the opportunity to shake hands, and you'll get a chance to be trained by somebody who's been in these trenches now for over 11,000 hours, helping clients dominate in their own respective niche markets in a very respectable way. Why? because they know how to educate their marketplaces, and they never have to use outdated sales tactics and strategies, arm twist or twist people's arms to get into their programs like other people are still trying to do today. In fact, instead, they're able to leverage a much more intelligent business model. So anyways, take the concepts that we covered on this Business Breakthrough Google Hangout. I'm going to be away over the next few weeks in August, away with our family. So we are going to be playing. There will be a special video at the beginning of each Google Hangout in the next 3 Mondays. And it gives you a chance to meet me directly. So they'll be shot at the Canadian Lake Home. It'll be really quick. And then we're going to be showcasing some of our best Google Hangouts based on your feedback over the next few weeks. So you want to take note of that. And also you want to definitely watch our mini-series on our 10-step consultative process so that you can command maximum fees and royalties for high-priced programs and services. I look forward to our paths crossing face-to-face really soon.